Sorry, I'm just preparing Europa League. I can't wait.
Kevin De Bruyne!
What a win, ladies and gentlemen. Crystal Palace in that first half, like every single woman on a dating app. Beautiful, elegant, absolutely sensational. In that second half, I genuinely don't believe we've ever had a normal game against Crystal Palace in our entire history. And that right there was reminiscent of our treble-winning season, conceding 2 goals to Crystal Palace early on, back-to-back, and immediately showcasing a brilliant display of perseverance. When I saw that lineup from Pep Guardiola, that reminded me of a lineup that we would usually put out there on a Saturday game right before a Champions League semi-final tie. Eze was absolutely amazing for the first couple of minutes, scoring that goal, and obviously almost scoring, well, he did score the third goal for Crystal Palace, but that could have been 3-0 Crystal Palace, and then boop, Manchester City go and scored 2 goals right after that. Munoz and Richards were fantastic, and then they just all completely fell apart. Crystal Palace, I saw that they had 6 wins and 4 draws in their last 10 away games. One of the best teams in the league if we're talking about away form specifically, and the fact that we scored 5 goals against this team is crazy. They are in a FA Cup semi-final. It's not like they're a bunch of scrubs. This was a fantastic team, and we delivered, and I'm so incredibly happy. First up is Schmederson. That goal that Crystal Palace scored, Richards, that goal from Richards, that was a shambolic display of goalkeeping by Ederson. Not really known for his goalkeeping ability. He is very underrated in terms of his saving and his reflexes, but on corners and things like that, he's not usually the best. He has delivered, obviously, in some of the biggest moments from corners, as you all know. But sometimes this guy, I don't know what goes through this guy's mind. Could the defenders have done a little bit better there? Could Ederson have done a lot better with his positioning? But nonetheless, he did 100% redeem himself with a beautiful, beautiful assist to James Manatee. Ederson is the best goalkeeper I have ever seen in my life with the ball at his feet. He's got the same amount of assists. You know what? No, he's got more assists because each assist from a goalkeeper counts for 2, in my opinion, than the new Kevin De Bruyne, the new and improved Kevin De Bruyne and Gibraltar guard. Oh my goodness. Ederson, I love you, bro. In terms of our defense, Ruben Diaz and Joško Gvardiol, I thought were a brilliant center-half pairing for the last 55 to 60 minutes. In the opening 25 to 30 minutes, absolutely shambolic. Ball watching, not really showing a lot of strength and grit on that corner. You could have helped Ederson. Yes, we could blame Ederson for that, but then again, you could have been stronger and more pivotal in the air, and when the ball was coming in from the corner kick, you could have done something more, but you didn't, and that's fine. You redeemed yourself for the last 60 minutes. This center-back pairing is really starting to show a lot of promise. Joško Gvardiol with his beautiful left-footed crosses and his passes. I just love this guy playing football so much. Defensively, just he needs to fix a couple of cracks here and there, and he would be an absolutely world-class center-half, in my opinion, by next year. I'm not even kidding. Rico Lewis on that goal from Eze, just absolutely ball watching. I don't know what you were doing there. He easily also could have conceded a penalty kick with that handball. I thought it was a handball, in my opinion. I gotta watch the replay again. But that was such an awkward way to chest the ball down. The ball wasn't even coming in at a alarming speed, in my opinion. But still, Rico Lewis, Mr. 5-yard pass merchant, always on the floor. This guy is such a weird player, and the reason is because games like this, you really think to yourself, why is this guy even playing when we have Matheus Nunes, who is a much better right back than him, Abdulkadir Husanov, who hasn't played in like 3 games right now, much better than Rico Lewis as a defender. The thing is that he plays these weird games, and you think to yourself, why is he even playing? And then he shows like a masterclass against Liverpool or against some top team in the next game. He's such a weird player. On the complete opposite end of the academy spectrum, Nico O'Reilly, absolutely sensational. This is what you want from a modern-day academy product. Strong, tall, not afraid to go in for the tackle. He's absolutely exquisite. Did you see that little roulette that he did. It was a bit of a roulette that he did in that first half to get away from, I think it was Munoz or whoever was on that right side. Regardless, Nico O'Reilly. That goal, great. Obviously, great bit of luck with the deflection, but still getting into those positions as a left back is very promising. He's very fast and quick. This guy can dribble past a couple of players. He did that. And again, like I said, Crystal Palace are no scrubs. They are a very good side. They're in the semifinal of the FA Cup. Bad teams don't get into semifinals of the FA Cup. Not only that, Nico O'Reilly had a huge contribution to our leading goal, that goal that made us lead for the first time in the game, 3-2, bombarding down that left-hand side. Yet again, this guy is absolutely amazing at that. The semi-automated offside technology said that he was onside, which is great, and then he gives a pass to Keva De Bruyne, who gives a pass to Kovacic. Nico O'Reilly today was stunning. He could have done a little bit better with his defensive positioning on that first goal that we conceded with Eze. Yes, but I can say that with all of our defenders, regardless, Nico O'Reilly, he is definitely becoming a regular starter, which is great to see as an academy player. In terms of our midfield, Kovacic, Nico Gonzalez, and Ilkay Gundogan, I didn't think one of those three had an absolutely standout performance. Kovacic, I thought, was very, very poor in the opening 20 minutes. Those passes that he had to Nico O'Reilly he hits the ball out of bounds, too high for him. He's 6'2", so I don't know how you manage that. He was losing the ball, a couple of misplaced passes, but then he grew into the game in a great, fantastic finish in the 48th minute. Fantastic assist by Kevin De Bruyne. Great work by Nico O'Reilly. Kovacic did his thing. Nico Gonzalez, I thought, had, in my opinion, the best of the three. In my opinion, I thought he was shuffling the ball well with his weak foot at times. I thought he was getting into some great pockets of space, combining well with Savinho, with Doku when they came on, with Oscar Bob when he came on. Nico Gonzalez, I think, is sensational. He's going to be a great player for us in the coming years. Ilkay Gundogan, some plays that he had were a little bit questionable, but oh my God, some of the work rate that Ilkay Gundogan did on that left wing spot that he did, playing as a false nine for Manchester City, absolutely amazing. Unk has still got it. Uncle has still got it, 34 years old. My uncle, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely amazing performance, in my opinion, in that second half. He showed a lot of grit and a lot of strength, which I loved. Omar Marmoush, Habibi. Oh, I felt so bad for you when I first saw the lineup, and I said, who the hell's going to pass on the ball besides Kevin De Bruyne? And Kevin De Bruyne is getting of age. So if they're going to double team him, who the hell is going to pass to Omar Marmoush? He doesn't have any wingers next to him. He doesn't have Foden. He doesn't have players that can get him the ball as well as players like Bernardo Silva and Jack Grealish. I know we like to hate on those players for doing a lot of back passes, but they can get the ball into Omar Marmoush. But still, regardless, Omar Marmoush, fantastic. 6th Premier League goal. This guy just came in January. One of the best signings in Europe in terms of the January transfer window. That pass from, I think it was Kevin De Bruyne or Ilkay Gundogan to Omar Marmoush in that one-on-one that he had. A little bit, if I had to give him some criticism for this game, a little bit weak in my opinion. I'm not trying to be an absolute douchebag here, but a little bit weak in my opinion with the hand pull, trying to look for the penalty. You could have easily put a little bit more power into that if you had composed your body well enough. And positioned it better than you did. Erling Haaland scores that goal with absolute ease. He's 6'4". He's obviously a lot taller and stronger than Omar Marmoush. But Marmoush is a little bit quicker with his acceleration, which is fantastic. He should have scored that goal, but regardless, you made it up. 2-2, absolutely sensational. Next, we got James Manatee, a very, very poor shot to begin Manchester City's dominance in the early couple of minutes until Crystal Palace took advantage of our lack of momentum. James Manatee, it was a great run, but the finish was just absolutely poor. There was no power onto that shot. Not great with the placement either, but James Manatee should have had a hat-trick today. The commentator said it. The commentator even said that a fan held up the number 3 sign when James Manatee scored, or when he hit that sky shot from the pass from Omar Marmoush, who should have had an assist. That was not an easy finish, but it was a finish that I would expect from somebody like James Manatee, who is technically sound. That was a poor finish. I know it's first time, and it's a lot harder than people make it out to be. I've been in those positions so many times. Put your foot through it, put your head a little bit down, the ball is going to travel at the right height. Not only that, I think Omar Marmoush should have had another assist with James Manatee when he crossed that ball. He was about to pass it to Kevin De Bruyne, but Omar Marmoush saw that the defense was expecting him to give a layoff to Kevin De Bruyne or Kovacic, and it's great intelligence by Omar Marmoush to cross the ball without anybody expecting it. All right, those little snap crosses are absolutely pivotal in football. James Manatee should have done a lot better. I know he's not the tallest, but still, it was a free header. You should have scored. Regardless, Ederson with the assist, great composure by James Manatee. I think I got to rewatch it again, but from my memory, I don't think he had the first touch that he wanted. Nonetheless, great composure to dribble it around the goalkeeper and a nice tidy finish into an open net. James Manatee, you redeemed yourself. And now we get to the man who will inevitably get a statue in the next 2 or 3 years, our golden-haired, sexy-ass beast, Prince Harry himself, the guy who we should be giving a contract to. I can't believe we extended Kyle Walker at this club, but not Kevin De Bruyne. Disgusting! Make no question, Kevin De Bruyne is the reason that we started this comeback. This man with that free kick, he almost scored with a shot that hit the post on the right-hand side. With the shot, he almost scored. He almost scored again when he dribbled past like 1 or 2 players and then he skied the shot. It was a complete point-blank shot by Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, for some reason, when he skied that shot, that reminded me of a shot against Real Madrid when Doku had that assist and Kevin De Bruyne had a first-time shot and he could have scored against Real Madrid at the Etihad. Free kick was absolutely beautiful, world-class. Assist to Kovacic, 2-1, assist to Kovacic, 3-2, Kevin De Bruyne, easily man of the match today, our best player today. If you think of giving Kevin De Bruyne a hero card, I am going to be absolutely livid. I don't really play Ultimate Team, but I see some people saying that Hummels and Muller should be getting icons and De Bruyne should be getting a hero because he couldn't do it at the international level, but Gerrard and Lampard are icons and they were shit for England. Well, 5-2, we are into 4th place momentarily until Chelsea and Newcastle win their games in hand, because I think they both will. Regardless, 5th place is Champions League football. I don't know if we're going to get 5th place. I think we're definitely going to get top 6 by the end of the season. I know that's kind of weird coming from a City fan, but we're just being realistic with how our season is going. If we can win this FA Cup, then it'll be absolutely exquisite. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of the game. I will see you all next time.